What's up everyone, Mackie here, and I'm going to show you 6 advanced Sova techniques that'll help you become insane. Number 1 is counter-ulting other Sovas when they ult. Sova's ult makes him very stationary and becomes a vulnerable target if you can reach him. If you have your ult when an enemy Sova ults, I highly recommend you track where his ult is coming from and use it to kill him. This will save your teammates and give you a free kill. It's incredibly tilting when you get counter-ulted, which leads me to my next tip. Number 2 is to jump while ulting. If you jump with Sova's ult, the ability will make you float and rise in the air while it charges. It's actually a broken mechanic that you can use in a couple of ways. Firstly, you can dodge other Sova's ultimates by rising above it and damaging them. Secondly is if you're ulting and someone pushes you, you might die, but sometimes this throws people off and you can kill them. You can also use it to hit an elevated part of the map, which makes it really hard to dodge. Number 3 is going for Wallbang Assassinations. I've spoken about this before, and it really is integral to Sova's kit to go for wallbangs, but what I'm talking about is actively hunting down players with specific recons and drones. I'll show you 2 lineups to use on Bind and Ascent that are insane, and I promise they will give you many free kills. Usually, you'll use the first recon to gather information for your team, and then with your next one that comes up, you can absolutely clap enemy players for free. For the recon on Ascent, you're going to line up with the edge of this wall in hell and aim under the center of this metal thing. Fire a max charge 1 bounce, it'll land behind the defenders about to push out of heaven and you can ruin some people's day. For the recon on Bind, from Hookah, fire a max charge 1 bounce under this section and then hop on the box. It's pretty safe and you'll get the freest kills. Number 4 is to time your recon darts with your teammates. Once you begin ranking up, it'll become harder to get scans off because enemies will start shooting them immediately. This means you need to start adjusting by firing recons while your teammates push. This will mostly apply to executing a site or retaking a site. Firing a recon with no one nearby allows the enemies to break the dart and turn back to holding site. If you wait for your teammates to get close or on site, the enemies will panic and have to choose between fighting someone in their face or getting scanned. This will enable you to get more scans off, and oftentimes once the recon lands during the chaos, no one will shoot it, which means your whole team will confidently know where people are or aren't on the site. Number 5 is to fake your ult. Sova has one of the strongest ultimates in the game. Most players don't know how to dodge it and have no choice but to respect it. This means you can catch players off guard by faking your ult. I don't fake ult in this clip because of the pressure I caused already, but I could have easily faked it to sell the swing more. You should only do this in a 1v1 around the bomb defuse. Simply stand in a closer angle than where you would ult from, activate the ability and then deactivate it right away. Immediately swing, and this is completely impossible to predict. Number 6 is to fake with your drone. The drone is one of the most hated abilities in this game, but it's also an absolute blessing when you don't get cleared by it. You need to abuse this fact by pretending not to see or hear players with your drone by simply not looking at them directly with it. When enemies hold one and done angles, the success of it greatly depends on if there's info on them or not. You don't actually need to tag people with your drone. You can comm to your teammates where enemies are, or you can just swing them once the drone is finished. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope these tips help you become insane.
Surprise, motherfucker.